Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have a very nifty and kind of cool thing to go and show you guys over here when it comes to the PlayStation 5, not like PlayStation 5 Portal, PlayStation 5 Portable. Now, this is some very intriguing tech because if you actually do in here, you can actually now go and take apart the current PlayStation 5 because of its, well, overall changes from the PlayStation 5 Slim going down, and you can basically go and essentially make a portable PlayStation console. Like quite literally, you can insert quite literally everything into a screen. Imagine like an iPad type side, LCD screen, you can literally go and carry it all around. Now, this is very cool. Like I said, this is not like a PlayStation Portal where it's like some weird like kind of remote play, like cloud hosting or like your phone remote play or whatever it might be. This is the actual physical big box PlayStation 5 console shoved into something that's portable, and this is sick. So I'm going to talk about this all throughout this video, react to it, and just kind of give you guys some kind of cool things that PlayStation themselves could theoretically even do as well with all this technology. So let's go talk about it. Make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch link down below if you guys want to follow. And of course, just hi, give me your thoughts if you guys would ever actually go buy a proper PlayStation 5, maybe like tablet or maybe just general console. So very nifty to go and see. And I love this type of stuff, is that if you ever want to go take apart consoles, you can essentially have the entire box of stuff. Like you have like the motherboard, GPU, CPU, whatever it might be, power supply, and that is a technically working computer, for lack of better terms. Things like phones and basically like, consoles are essentially just computers just locked into a little different box and typically have their own custom OS to streamline stuff and make everything a little bit on the easier side. But if you have all the parts, you can take them out, you could rearrange them, you could put them in different types of boxes or into a huge television, TV, whatever you want to go be. If the space is there, you can go and make it happen. And one YouTuber, I'm going to have them linked down below to you as well, called DIY Perks, had a chance to physically and properly, and I'm going to show you guys the video itself because it's really cool, have a chance to go and show the PlayStation console as a pure portable device. Now, as you guys can kind of go and see this one, imagine this is just the PlayStation 5. Like, I'm not talking about a portal, I'm not talking about remote play, I'm not talking about like streaming or whatever it might be. This is quite literally a box with a tablet that is all the PlayStation 5 components fit into it where you can now actually go and utilize and play the console. Now, this is not like a big thing for wide sale, but it leads into the very intriguing topic as I maybe go and show you guys some of this too as well. Now, I'm going to give you guys maybe just a little bit of like the video itself, and like I said, I'll have it linked down below for you guys as he's making it, which is very cool. Like, you got to put some credit on it. But the overall high idea is with the PlayStation 5 Slim, everything in the internals got smaller. So the heatsink got smaller, the motherboard got smaller, the actual GPU, CPU itself, all of this got smaller. So what does that mean? They're smaller. Like, it's kind of obvious. But when it came to other various things, you're able to go make their own inherent PlayStation 5 Slims. But as you kind of go and change around heat sinks, you change around everything else. Like, look at the big size comparison between these two. Or if you have multiples to kind of have a chance to go and dissipate out the heat itself, you can go and fine tune and lock everything a little bit more. There's probably a little bit of a secondary thing when it comes to PlayStation 5 Slims, where they probably want to go make them a little bit bulkier. So it, number one, has that brand recognition, shows off in your room, your bedroom, on TV, streamers, backgrounds, whatever it might be, but there's also a bit of a protection layer too as well. Because if you only have something like an LCD screen, OLED screen, and you have it kind of all interlocked into a tablet, there's probably a higher chance of things getting hurt in packaging, or you had to spend more money on packaging as a whole to make sure it's safe. But as well, this is cool. Like, you have a chance to utilize the console itself. Like, just like I said, you can take apart the console and it will still work. You don't need the outside casing. You can rearrange things as long as you're smart enough with like a cool engineering degree or whatever it might be to go and replace the stuff and re-interchange stuff. And you can basically, like I said, you can even see it on the screen right here, they are just like actually running their console as a proper, working, legitimate PlayStation 5, even if it's somewhat taken apart. Now, the big intriguing stuff is that this is actually possible. Now, as you kind of let the video go play up in the background as I'm reacting to it, you can also go and have Sony potentially utilize this technology. Now, there might be a few different types of issues in terms of heat or kind of rearranging the consoles, or if it's too much locked on in, but as I had a chance to go through it and do different iterations, it actually ended up working on many various different types of games, and we'll show it later on throughout his video itself. This is intriguing because PlayStation as a whole could make this happen. And we've kind of seen PlayStation Portal, but that's different because it's a handheld device, kind of similar to like phone mobile devices. And with all of that, it's nifty, but it's all done through remote play. You don't have the GPU, CPU actually running and encoding and utilizing that, and you can still run it, but you still need that base PlayStation 5 to utilize the remote play in the first place, to like you actually use the console, use the handheld console. But for this is the proper, pure and true PlayStation 5 console that you can go and utilize. Now, as I mentioned, everything got a little bit smaller on the Slim. The internals got smaller, the heatsinks got smaller, the motherboard got smaller, so you could replace this into a little small LCD screen and make it portable. So will PlayStation do this? Most likely, probably not, because it probably does go and, number one, cost a lot more. You have to design it, and well, I'm not really sure how many people would actually go and want to have a huge, bulkier, bigger monitor or LCD screen with their console itself, mainly because you also use a PlayStation 5 controller. Not that you don't for the Switch, but the Switch has it built on in to the handheld device, or things like the Steam Deck. The analog sticks are built on in to the handheld device. While for this, you'd have to also carry around a controller, but at the same time, if I had this and I was available to buy this and it was that same either like $400 to $600 range, I'd be down. Like, it might go a little bit more too because you'd have a screen involved with it, but like, it's cool. It works. It would be sick, and it actually is a proper working console. So I'm going to go and show you guys a little bit more deeper into the video itself, where they actually have the ending final product. So they have a chance to have these types of screens, and they have a chance to replace the screens itself, and then they decide to go and place everything into that one same central box. So this is also tied on into the console. So imagine like you have the front-facing device, so you have this monitor in front, and then you just basically have the entire PlayStation console right behind it to go and make it a mobile, movable console itself. And this is cool because in theory, you could potentially have a portable PlayStation console. So this is where they have a chance to go put the block itself, some carbon fiber, and make it a little bit more on the fine-tuned thing to have it, to see it, to utilize it, which I think is nice. And with this, it works. Like, this is a literal portable PlayStation 5 console, literally right here. This is what this is, and I think that is sick. It's cool. And now if you guys want to actually see them go and showcase this, which once again, I think this is something I would buy. I would want PlayStation to do this. I'd prefer to have something like this, even if it's a little bit more on the expensiver side, than a PlayStation Portal. I would prefer that. And as you guys can see with this one, although he does have his power stick and everything else with it, he can still go and run the proper console itself. So as you guys can kind of see the final version with this one, they turn on the console. There you go. In the same anticipation of them in the video itself. And as you go through all of this one, we can go from there. So, yes, it's cool. It's nice. It's dope. It's cool. Look at this. Like, they're literally, quite literally playing PlayStation Horizon right here on the screen. It's a proper working portable comment. That is something cool. I like this. And I would buy this. Like, as a product, why is PlayStation not doing this? As a product, why is this not a cool thing? Now, there is maybe various cost. Maybe there's all the various things too as well. I don't know. Like, there's a big issue with it. But the fact that you can literally go and move around, that is cool. If you can go and play games, this is cool. And this is the proper PlayStation graphics as a whole. Like, I'm kind of rambling on it, but I do think this is a really cool system, really cool vibe, really cool, literally everything. And I like it. And I want this. I would buy this. I would spend money on it. Go put a cool screen. It might be a little bit bigger, sure, but imagine how cool this would be. Would you guys buy this if this was a proper product? Let's say $500, $600, whatever it might be. Would you guys go and do this? I want to know, because look, they're literally playing this. They can go and carry the console itself. They have the little cool stand. You can walk around and bring to your friend's house, whatever it might be. You can go and literally play almost any game you'd want on your PlayStation. But of course, as well, you have to make sure it's like a split screen game or whatever it might be. But look at how cool this is at the end of the day. Look at how nifty this is. This is basically like the Switch, but a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier. So maybe harder to put into, like, say, luggage, maybe into everything else. I don't know. But like, imagine how dope this would be. And people do like things like the Steam Deck. People do like the PlayStation Portal. Do people like the Switch itself? But imagine a proper high-end, almost portable computer at this level, PlayStation console. You could play games like Gran Turismo. You could go play games like Rocket League. You could play a Fortnite on the gun. Either way, that's all it has to go and see. And I like this. I think this is cool. So I would buy this. And I think the fact that someone had a chance to go and rearrange and engineer the console itself, have it still working, is nothing short of amazing, because you can have things like laptops, you can have things like I mentioned, Switch, Steam Deck, or whatever, but why not have your portable PlayStation? Because there are certain things like God of War, Horizon, that you just don't have a chance to go and play and utilize on, well, various different things. It's a lot smaller, a lot more compact, it's portable. This is probably one of the coolest things I've had a chance to go and see so far. I would spend the money for PlayStation to get this. So what do you guys think? Like, would you guys get this? Do you guys think this is cool? I'll link the video down below if you guys want to give a little proper credit and watch it with audio or see the full-on design process. I try to get like the cool higher parts, but like, it works. The screen works, the gameplay works, it doesn't overheat, and it's with the brand new PlayStation 5 Slim, this is now actually possible. So, I don't know, kind of cool. Make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much over here for watching in the first place, and subscribe if you guys are new, say hi on Twitch, and in a few minutes if you guys would like. Love you guys.